Demonstrations on both sides of the Middle East conflict are heating up, and concerns right here in the Commonwealth are growing tonight. The search area is enormous. It stretches from Kazakhstan all the way to Australia. New tonight at 6:30, officials at the University of New Hampshire have a safety warning tonight. He is proof that no matter what obstacles you face in life, you can succeed. Authorities are investigating the death of a 4-month-old in Grafton. That baby's family was already under investigation. Immigration is hardly a local issue, as you know. Nationally, the big focus is on the thousands of immigrants who continue to cross our southern border illegally. Investigators have treated this case as a homicide long before this new development. How soon before we actually see some murder charges? It is said that ISIL is so extreme, even Al-Qaeda wants nothing to do with them. If we kill civilians unnecessarily, we're going to create more enemies there.
That's exactly right.
And we begin tonight with images you will see only right here on Fox 25. We're talking about newly obtained photos of former Patriots player Aaron Hernandez.
Joy, you're a lawyer. What stands out to you in this document?
This indictment details even some of the sentiments after the bombings from Matinov. One thing that really struck me was he said perhaps the marathon bombings, they may be justified.
I'm going to take it by what you just said. You're not too fond of the Kimye cover. I'm surprised.
Society is changing. I mean, we're, you know, crazed about reality stars, and I guess in a way, maybe we've all become a little lowbrow. A shark tail inching closer and closer to someone swimming in the ocean. You scream to get away, but they can't hear you. And then right before your eyes, the attack. Massport has told us this incident does involve a private aircraft, even though we do know that Hanscom is a mixed-use field, both civilian and military aircraft. We're working with the FAA. We have calls out to those agencies, obviously to Bedford and Lexington Police and Fire, just trying to get any information that we can, pass that along to you. A crossbow and what could be bomb-making materials all taken out of a home in Lawrence today. Those items were discovered by a mother cleaning up the home where her son lived. Tiny mementos placed on a little girl's grave were symbols of love on her final resting place. But in an instant, they were gone. Can you elaborate on some of the possible motives? Why would someone want to call in some fake bomb threats?
Sure. Number one, there could be a former employee who has a grievance.
When these hoax calls come in, we know that suspects are often asking for prepaid debit card numbers to be activated. Could that help police track them down?
It could.
This is interesting on Twitter. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Sex tape. Well, you know, it's bound to happen sooner or later. It's not a real sex tape. It's the music video bound to.
You got excited.
I haven't checked out the online version because I am so wholesome.
All right, we'll report back. Yeah.
And well, unfortunately, that win was overshadowed by racist tweets from some Bruins fans directed at a Canadiens player. That sparked a firestorm on social media. Those objects were spotted on satellite in a remote part of the Indian Ocean. It's about 1,500 miles off the coast of Perth, Australia, just southwest, as you can see. You can also see on this map that is straight south of Kuala Lumpur. Right now, planes are in the air. They're looking for those objects. Well, now that the body found in Sterling Friday has been identified as missing 5-year-old Jeremiah Oliver, the criminal investigation becomes the new focus in this case. Before we came onto live TV, you told me this is a desolate area, 13 miles away from Fitchburg. Typically not a natural place for investigators to look. So what drove their search efforts to this particular area where the body was ultimately found? A mother and her boyfriend being charged, along with 3 others in this case. So going forward, how are we going to see these people play a role in this criminal investigation?
Well, what they will do is they will follow the evidence. One
final day of fun in the sun. This is our something good for tonight. Californian sand sculptor Rusty Croft won this year's Revere Beach National Sand Sculpting Festival. The 3-day festival featured 15 world-renowned sand sculptors. He is still sexually attracted to children, but he's not required to finish the treatment program. How does that happen?
Right, that's all voluntary.
He can't control his impulses. He lacks regard for others, all of these things. Do you believe, difficult question, that sex offenders can be rehabilitated?
They can never be cured.
Lori Myers, victims' rights advocate and founder of Community Voices, thank you for being with us. We'll be right back.